She just left me. She not even help me off of the bed. So I was like, what's good, JJ gang? It's your girl Gina, and I'm back with another video. As I promised you guys, I'll be trying to do my best to do more videos for you. So today is a story time. Today's story time, yeah, and I'm just jumping right into it. But before I jump right into it, always remember to like, share, and subscribe to keep the family growing. So far, I have gained 4 more subscribers, even though it's not a huge amount like persons would say. I still appreciate you guys that joined the family. Love you guys. Mwah. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So time is hot, that's why I'm always doing my videos by the window, and I do not want to turn on the fan because it makes a lot of noise. So yeah, let's get right into it. So today's story time is the untold information about a cesarean or a C-section. Now, first, I must say this is my opinion, this is my experience, this is what I went through. Some persons do agree with me, some persons went through the same experience, some persons have never went through it and they're thinking about it, because I have a person that is currently pregnant that asked me about it. So I will tell you as it is, and this is my experience. So don't judge me on what I said. Don't comment and say everybody don't go through the same thing. I know. This is my information. So this is untold story time of a cesarean section that I went through. So first, I went to do my cesarean section because my baby girl could not pass through. Her shoulders were too broad to pass through my vagina. So I had to do emergency C-section. So first thing first, a lot of persons say, hey, you know, do the C-section and done, because quick and it done. Yes, C-section can be over in minutes if there's no complication. If there's complication, it might take hours, and it's not a lot of hassle because you can either get an injection to go to sleep where you feel nothing, or you can get the injection where you're awake but you're still not seeing anything because it's blocked from your breast down, is blocked, but you're awake and you're still not feeling anything. So yes, it's a quick process, as I said, once there's no complication. Yes, however, I would not wish C-section on anybody. Why? Because C-section is a longer process than a person that do a normal delivery. I wanted the opportunity to do a normal delivery, I did not get it, but as long as my baby girl is here, I'm fine. So that was like the first thing. C-section is not a walk in the park. People tell you do C-section because it's over quickly, but they're not telling you the after effect of a C-section. So I did the C-section. I was not thinking about what will happen after. I was like, okay, they explain to me I'm not gonna feel anything, fine. But I did not question it or ask what is after. So I still feel the hassle of them. It's like a tug of war. Tug of war, if you know what I mean, that game. I was feeling the pull effect when they're opening my stomach to get the baby out. I actually felt it. It wasn't as hurtful because, as I said, you get an injection in your spine. I got the one in my spine where I'm awake, but as I said, from breast down is covered, so I was not able to see. So I got it in my spine. As I said in my previous video, if you have not watched that, you can check that out. I got it in my spine. I had to be injected 5 times. The 5th one went in because each time they inject me, I was pushing myself up, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to bend your back and have your chin to your chest down while they inject you. But each time, you know, like they try to put in the liquid, it felt stingish, so you're jumping. So that was that. So I felt the effect of them taking out the baby, but it was not as crying, pain, stuff like that. No, I just felt the tug and war. It was not painful. So that's one. Then after the baby the baby was born, which it took 3 minutes. It was like really fast. I didn't even expect it to be that fast. It took 3 minutes. I had the surgery 10:57 and she was born 11 a.m. on the dot. So after that, I was extremely cold. When you're going to do a cesarean section, even though cesarean section as well as push, I think in there is still cold. So the area is extremely cold because I guess the coldness prevent bacteria and infection in the area. But for a cesarean section, you're completely naked. So I was extremely cold. So after I had the baby and the medication is starting to wear off, I was like, that's how cold I was. So I had to be warmed up. After they warm me for like an hour, then they transfer me to the postnatal ward. Postnatal ward, for person that don't know, is the ward that you go after you have baby if you're not at a private hospital in your own room. I didn't have the funds for a private hospital. As long as my baby is here, I have no shame in that game. So yeah, I went on that ward. No, I had my baby during the pandemic, so you know, it was masked in the ward, mask everywhere. Even in the delivery room, you had to have on your mask. Now there is a part that I have not said as yet. With the 1 second, with the C-section, when I was doing the C-section, because I know, because I've watched movie, I know you're not supposed to see down below. You're not supposed to see what they're doing. But because I wasn't able to see, I start panicking. So I start panicking. I was not able to breathe during the C-section. And there was this wonderful doctor. Her name is Dr. Chin. I remember her name because I had pretty much a lot of Dr. Chins in my operation, so in my surgery room. So I remember she's saying to me, what are you going to name her? Not gonna tell her name as yet. So I told her the name and she's like, why you chose that name? And I told her the meaning. She's like, oh, so think about her, you'll be fine. And she's like, breathe. And they had to give me oxygen so I could come back. And then after that, I was calm. And then he's like, I started panicking again, so I wasn't able to breathe. And they had to do it, I guess that's why they did it so quickly, to get it over with before I black out or something, because I do have asthma. That's another rough thing about a cesarean section. Asthma can be deadly in a C-section operation. Anyways, as I was saying before, I went to the postnatal ward. You know, they transfer you from one bed to the other. No, they're transferring you from a stretcher to the bed. You were injected in your spine, so you're not able to feel from your breast down low, from your breast go all the way to your toes until about 6 hours. I started to feel movements, I started to feel the pain and everything before even 1 hour. So I started crying in excruciating pain. The doctors had to give me another injection because she was very surprised that I was starting to feel again so fast. So you know, they transfer you to the bed. You're not able to move, so it's like you're just laying there looking left to right, wondering, am I going to feel my foot? What am I going to do after this? So for me, it was like they help you get ready and stuff the first day. Now the morning before the doctors come, they have PCAs. So the PCAs come and they tell you, hey, you got to get ready, you have to take a bath and so on. I was like, she just left me. I did not know. Have never walked after the C-section. I wasn't feeling my foot. I was feeling my foot, but it just didn't feel as how it would feel now, or as how it feel regular walking. So I was like, this miss leave me. She just left me. She not even helped me off of the bed. So I was like, Jesus. Like at one point I started to cry because I'm like, I can't come off of the bed. I don't know what to do. Me it's an idiot. Anyways, I try because a girl got to bed because the doctors are gonna come in. Try, my foot is moving a little tip. And I just drag myself. I hate when people drag them foot. But I have to do it. But I have to do it because I couldn't lift my foot. I couldn't move it at all. So yeah, I got ready and stuff. And that's the first part of it. So the untold story about it is that 1, you won't be able to walk properly for a while. 2, you'll be in so much pain. You're going to be in pain when you're getting up. As in, if you're laying down and you're trying to get up, you're going to be in pain. You're going to be in pain to walk. You're going to be afraid to sit up straight because of the pain from the C-section. When you laugh or cough, you have to hold the cut tightly, not tightly where it's gonna pain you or you're going to hurt yourself, but tightly, then laugh or cough because it can tear your cut open if you laugh too hard or cough too hard. Even sneezing, you have to hold your cut. Another thing is that if you believe that you do a C-section and you're not gonna bleed, garbage. You do a cesarean section or a C-section, just like how if you push or give, as they call it, do a normal birth, you still bleed. I didn't bleed for long, probably I think 2 days, but you still bleed. So yeah, you have to hold it in when you laugh, cough, sneeze, and it's still, even though you hold it to avoid it being torn, it pains like a mofo. It hurts. Another thing, if you don't have the help, like if you know, person that have the option to choose a C-section or normal birth, if you don't have the help, I don't suggest getting a cesarean section because you're going to need the help, because the only thing they tell you that you are able to lift is your child. You're not supposed to be lifting anything heavy. So you're not supposed to be lifting no 2-liter bottle of water, juice, anything. You're not supposed to be lifting the bed to spread the bed like how we normally do. You know, you lift the bed to move the bed a different direction so you can spread the bed or whatever. You know, your basket of clothes or something. You're not supposed to be lifting stuff, anything at all, but your child. So if you don't have the help, I don't suggest it. I had the help. I had my mother-in-law, I had my baby father, I had my mother, I had my cousin-in-law here. My other cousin-in-law came as well for I think about a week. So I had the help. I didn't leave the bed because, you know, as I said, it's still pain. I'm a fighter still. Honestly, I recovered pretty fast than I expected. I was walking properly in no time. I think within 3 days I was walking back properly, even though it still pained, but I was walking better. But I got the help. I got food in my room, so I didn't really have to leave the bed much. At that point I had to, another thing about a cesarean section, so you know how we buy cribs for a child, right? When you do a C-section and you're home with your baby, you're not going to want the baby in the crib. Why I said that, I had to have my baby girl on the bed with me because the first time I started putting her in her crib when she was just here. But I realized that each time I heard her, like even if it's a sound, because I know I'm a first time mom, so every sound I had to react to because I didn't know what was what. But first time mom, second time mom, third time mom, moms overall. once you hear your baby, you want to get up to tend to your baby. For a person that does C-section, if I heard my daughter, I jumped and it hurt so bad. It pained so bad. So I just decided to keep her on the bed because it was easy for me to turn, get her, and tend to her as soon as possible than to jump up immediately, come off the bed, which pains, to get her to go back on the bed and stuff like that. So it really pained a lot. So I don't recommend, if you get a cesarean section, to put your baby in the crib the same time until like you're fully stable, where you know you're able to get up like normal without excruciating pain or anything like that. More untold information. The first time you pee, well, for me, as I said, this is just my experience, my untold information that I wasn't told and I experienced. So the first time I decided to use the bathroom to pee, so the first time I felt like urinating, I was peeing so long. I was wondering what was happening. But I realized that I wasn't able to feel, like, you know how you feel the urge to urinate? I wasn't able to feel the urge to urinate until after hours. So when I do use the bathroom, it was like I was peeing for like an hour. So yeah, that was that. And then another thing, when you defecate, it feels so weird. Like, it feels so weird. It feels like your body parts are falling in the toilet. Like, that's how I felt. So yeah, these are my untold stories. I don't think, let me see, I'm trying to see if I forget anything other than, yeah, you need the help. You definitely need the help if you do a cesarean section. You do need help after you give birth, just the same, but you do need the help more than ever when you do a cesarean section. Another thing is the healing process takes a while. I have 2 friends that were pregnant basically the same time as me. One gave birth before me and one gave birth after me. The one that gave birth before me, she pushed, and that girl was strong, and she was like, girl, if I ever tell you what I go through, you go and change your mind, or some, I don't remember exactly what she said, but something like that. And I was like, well, I really want to experience the push. Anyways, C-section me get, and Jaja, I tell her, I would wish C-section for nobody. You're not able to walk properly, you're not able to lift anything, you know. It's rough, it's pretty rough. It's a rough path. And the thing about it is, a cesarean section, it does not heal completely for even a year or more. So the outside would be healed perfectly fine like a scar, but the inside can take up to even a year or more to heal. Yeah, so it's pretty rough. It was really hard for me. I tried to walk. After I came home, I tried to do morning walks so that I was able to walk properly in no time. As in, walk stronger. I was able to walk, but not as strong. Like, I was tired so fast, as in so much pain, but I forced myself to do it because I was saying, yes, I have the help now, but remember that these people are going back to work, so I need to do what I gotta do and tell myself that I can do it. But as I said, if I have more information on the untold of a cesarean section, I will definitely let you know. You can always comment down below what you would like to hear next, or the process, or even give your suggestion on anything. You can also DM me on Instagram. You can also check out my TikTok at In The Life with JAT, and the information will be down below in the description. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to keep the family growing. And as I said, I hope you enjoy my story time of the untold story of C-section. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.